You're watching ABC 7 News at 4, starting with First Alert Weather.
And good afternoon on this Thursday afternoon. Hope you're having a great day and welcome to ABC 7 News at 4. We are looking at hot temperatures right now. That's the big story weather-wise. All the showers and storms are well to the north of us right now. And getting a look at the Casey Key webcam in review, we're not seeing much wave action out there as we have in the past, but still some pretty good surf at times. And the wind pattern is going to be changing somewhat, and that will change our weather pattern as well as far as those afternoon thunderstorms go. We'll talk more about that in a bit. But right now, the heat index is at 104 at the Sarasota-Braden Airport. Not as high in downtown Sarasota. It's 89 degrees right now, but you factor in that humidity at 72%. It makes it feel that much hotter. Right now, it's 89 again in downtown Sarasota, and the heat index there is pretty high at 99 degrees, and 101 in Mayaca City, 103 at Lake Placid, 102 in Avon Park, and Wauchula now at 102. And there's not a lot of cooling storms around at this time. There's a trough of low pressure to the north of us, pretty much right across central Florida. It is the impetus of showers and thunderstorms now. That's the catalyst that's bringing that heavy weather north of the Tampa Bay area, basically. All of it moving to the northeast now, and some showers off the east coast as well. The dry air that is around is kind of limiting the storms here, but things are going to be changing for the weekend. We'll have the details on that and your Friday forecast as well coming up in a few minutes. Jacqueline, Scott?
Bob, thank you. First at 4, breaking news in a double murder investigation in Manatee County. Just minutes ago, we received word from the Manatee County Sheriff's Office that Joe Claire-Joost has been taken into custody in Denver, Colorado by the Denver Police Department. Claire-Joost is charged with murder in connection with the shooting deaths of Caleb Bowman and Kamundry Pittman. Deputies say the two were shot and killed behind a shopping plaza on Cortez Road on Sunday. Deputies are still trying to determine what led to that shooting, but say there's a good chance it was an altercation over drugs. It's not known at this time when Claire-Joost will be brought back to Manatee County. Now to a tough decision facing Manatee County commissioners about Mosaic phosphate mining.
Hours after DeSoto County commissioners turned Mosaic down, the phosphate mining company was in Bradenton asking for permit approval. ABC 7's Adam Cellini joins us live from downtown Bradenton to explain why Manatee County commissioners were stuck in a hard spot today. Adam?
Yeah, Scott and Jacqueline, Manatee County commissioners approved 3 permits for Mosaic phosphate mining at the Wingate mine in northeast Manatee County. And the major difference between what happened today in Manatee County and last night in DeSoto is what exactly was being discussed. Now, earlier this year, Manatee County commissioners did approve mining operations in a way when they passed a rezone request for those Wingate mine properties. But a handful of residents still showed up to this meeting today with their concerns in a last-ditch effort to convince commissioners. And one commissioner said it appeared to change Mosaic's line of thinking. Coming up at 5, we'll show you exactly why that commissioner made that statement and how these commissioners kind of backed themselves into a corner for this permit hearing today. We'll also show you some of the discussion coming from those residents and again further explain why this is different from that decision in DeSoto just hours earlier. For now, reporting live in Manatee County, I'm Adam Cellini. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Adam, thank you. With so many items up for vote during the primary election next month, it's easy to get behind in all the important issues. So tonight, the Suncoast Women of Action is teaming with the Sarasota County Supervisor of Elections to help. The group hosting an informational meeting that will break down each candidate and topic that's on the ballot. While everyone is welcome, they're hoping to motivate more minorities to come out to the polls. The president of the Suncoast Women of Action says she's hoping to get everyone excited about having a voice.
At this point, we need everyone involved because at this point, our voter rights, our civil rights, women's rights seem as if it's slipping away. So we want to make sure we hold on to our rights.
The meeting will be held from 6:30 until 8:30 at Booker Middle School. And if you're hungry after work, don't stop for food because dinner will be served. When students return to Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, they will no longer have to wear see-through backpacks, but they will have to walk through metal detectors. Other changes on the campus include a buzzer system for the front office, additional resource officers, 52 new cameras, more fencing, and new locks on the doors, as well as a new fire alarm tone. The previous tone of the fire alarm, which went off during the February 14th mass shooting, took an emotional toll on students. The school will also continue to require its staff and students to wear ID badges at all times. Jacqueline joins us now with the latest on disgraced former sports doctor Larry Nassar.
Scott, new details surrounding disgraced USA doctor Larry Nassar. He now wants a resentencing for his sexual abuse conviction. Nassar also wants the judge who handed him his sentence to be disqualified from the case. The judge told Nassar, quote, "I just signed your death warrant," when she handed down the sentence. His attorneys argue the judge was not an unbiased and impartial judge. More than 150 women and girls testified of Nassar's sexual abuse over the past 2 decades. Just yesterday, Nassar was assaulted by inmates at the Arizona jail where he is serving a life sentence. Now to the urgent search for a missing college student in Iowa. Molly Tibbetts disappeared more than a week ago while jogging in Brooklyn, Iowa. The FBI has now joined the hunt, and investigators are zeroing in on her digital footprints on social media, including information from her Fitbit, which can capture GPS data.
It tracks so many things about you, about the user, and that's what we are hoping to glean from any type of information from any of these social media apps.
Volunteers already combed the towering cornfields near her running route, but they say they have no sign of the 20-year-old. Right now, they say they are not ruling out the possibility that this could be an abduction. Chinese police are investigating a small bomb that was left outside of the U.S. Embassy in Beijing that exploded, injuring one person. Chinese police say the explosion was caused by a homemade device that was made by a man who only hurt himself. Photos on social media show a large amount of smoke and police vehicles surrounding the embassy. The police statement identifies the man, who was from a Chinese region of Inner Mongolia. Let's send it back to Scott to see what new addition will help Manatee County with search and rescues. Scott?
Jacqueline, Manatee County now has a new search and rescue vehicle that's ready to hit the streets. The Florida Forest Service donated the Water Rescue Unit to Manatee County. It will help agencies respond to flooding and off-road situations. The vehicle will be able to drive through about 3 feet of water and fit up to 20 people in the back during rescues. The vehicle will be available to help all public safety agencies within Manatee County. Today, the city of Sarasota put out a request to help the homeless, and in less than an hour, the community responded. The city's homeless outreach teams, also known as HOT, set a goal to gather 10 cases of water to hand out to homeless people in the downtown area. Well, in just 30 minutes, a Sarasota woman, Christine Goodall, offered to buy all 10. The city says the outreach teams will use the water bottles as an icebreaker to build relationships with the area's homeless population. There's more to come in your Suncoast News. Dozens of strangers come together to create a human chain to rescue swimmers on a North Carolina beach. Plus, Universal Studios Orlando reveals its haunted house theme for Halloween Horror Nights. We'll tell you the inspiration behind this year's scary theme.
After being abandoned for nearly a decade, the Colony Resort is being demolished. I'll take you live to the scene just ahead.
I'll be right back.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila, sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
According to a new survey by U.S. News and World Report, 3 of Alabama's top 4 hotels and resorts are part of the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail Resort Collection. The Grand Hotel Marriott Resort in Point Clear, the Battle House Renaissance Mobile Hotel and Spa, and the Renaissance Birmingham Ross Bridge Golf Resort and Spa. Hey, we didn't invent Southern hospitality, we just offer more of it. Visit rtjgolf.com/resorts to find out more.
About every 3 minutes in America, someone is diagnosed with a blood cancer. Light the Night brings together survivors and supporters to bring light to the darkness of cancer and to help fund life-saving research. Our goal is a world without blood cancers, and we're lighting the path to cures. The discoveries made in blood cancer research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. Help defeat the darkness of cancer. Join Light the Night today.
Happening now, the iconic Colony Beach and Tennis Resort on Longboat Key is being torn down. The 5-month demolition project beginning just minutes ago. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live from Longboat Key. And Jess, how are residents feeling as they watch that historic resort come crumbling down?
Well, Scott, surprisingly, no community members came out to see the actual demolition itself. But since the demolition wrapped up for the day, a few community members had come down to the fence to just take a peek inside to see what was going on. As you can see, this once 5-star resort has now become an eyesore in the community. It's been abandoned for the last nearly decade. Today, 4 balconies were ripped apart, the start of a 4 to 5 month demolition. There are 26 buildings and 18 acres of property in total. The demolition comes about 2 months after the town of Longboat Key issued an emergency demolition permit because of safety concerns. Once the colony is torn down, the new property owner, Unicorp, is hoping to start construction on a St. Regis resort and residencies by this time next year. Now, there might not have been anyone down here for the actual demolition, but that doesn't mean that the community doesn't care. Coming up at 6 o'clock, I'll talk to one man whose father used to own this resort. We'll hear some memories that he has to share coming up then. For now, reporting live on Longboat Key, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Jess, thank you. We'll see you at 6 o'clock. Let's get to Jacqueline now in the newsroom for a look at what's trending today.
Scott, a police chase unlike any other, and it happened right here in Florida. Take a look. A forklift, of course, can safely go only at the speed of a fast walk, but that did not stop one man from leading deputies on a chase across 2 counties in northeastern Florida on Sunday. The man had reportedly stolen the forklift in Orange Park, which is just south of Jacksonville. He eventually pulled off of the highway onto a grass lot at a gas station and was arrested. We'll take a look at this major vehicle malfunction that left many in South Florida stuck in traffic for hours. A vertical smash up like you've probably never seen when a dump truck with its gear in the dumping position collides with an overhead sign in Davie. Luckily, nobody was hurt, but many say they sat in hours when traffic was shut down. And take a look at this incredible show of teamwork. Some beachgoers in Emerald Isle, North Carolina formed a human chain to rescue swimmers. You can see the beachgoers stretch out into the crashing waves, holding each other's hands to save swimmers who were pulled out to sea. The warning, do not ignore those red flags at the beach, whether you're in North Carolina or here on the Suncoast. Now, if you do get stuck in a rip current, stay calm and swim parallel to the shore until you escape that powerful pull. Now to some cool video of baby sea turtles here on the Suncoast. Check out this video posted on our webpage, sent in by our ABC 7 viewer, Katrina Cox. You can see those little guys making their way to the water on Bradenton Beach at sunset last night and then swimming off. Remember that nesting season for sea turtles in Southwest Florida runs until October 31st. Mote Marine Lab says to remember to turn off your lights to not confuse female turtles in their young. Let's check back in with Scott for a look at our consumer news.
Well, Jacqueline, toy maker Mattel laying off 2,200 employees. The company says the people bring being let go are part of its non-manufacturing workforce. The job cuts come just months after Mattel announced it was closing its New York office, which affected about 100 people. The company says declining sales are tied to the Toys R Us bankruptcy. Following today's announcement, Mattel's stock dropped 8%. The happiest place on earth will soon be straw-free. The Walt Disney Company plans to get rid of plastic straws and stirrers at all of its locations by mid-2019. The company says this will reduce more than 175 million straws and 13 million stirrers a year. Disney World also plans to reduce the number of plastic shopping bags by offering guests the option to buy reusable bags. From the 1930s film Freaks to Stephen King's It, carnivals and circuses have served as backgrounds for terror in popular culture for decades. Well, now Universal Orlando is capitalizing on that horror history. The 10 haunted houses that make up Halloween Horror Nights will have a carnival theme this year. The haunted houses open in mid-September and will terrorize visitors through the beginning of November. But it's still late July here on the Sun Coast, and here's Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with our first alert weather.
That is frightening too. I've been there a couple times during that time, and it is looks like even more so now. We have had some showers around this morning. You can see the Anna Maria webcam showing occasionally some rain on the lens earlier in the morning, but then generally partly cloudy skies to mostly sunny conditions throughout most of the afternoon here. Now there are some showers over North Manatee County, but that's about it at this point. We are looking for still the possibility of more morning coastal showers and storms on Friday. Not as many as we've seen, though, due to some drier air and the fact that this low pressure trough is lifting out of here. And it's a transitional day on Friday, so we'll see a chance for a few morning showers, and they won't be as many. Back to late day storms by the weekend, and that means more lightning and thunderstorms will be in the forecast both on Saturday and Sunday. The winds have been strong. We had some problems with some caution being urged on the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. You can see those southwest winds out there in the buoy at 15 to 20 miles an hour, and that continues to subside somewhat, though, later on this afternoon and evening. We should see those winds calm down a little bit as the storms move out and this trough kind of moves up. But look at all the lightning taking place now in Hillsborough County and to our north near Pasco, but nothing really going around here, although there are some showers over North Manatee County, not like they're seeing near Zephyr Hills, stretching down toward Tampa, and right there near the U.S. I-75 and Interstate 4 interchange. You can see the storm heights too. They're up to 30 to 40,000 feet, and that does generate the lightning, as you see right there. Most of these bolts are now over as those storms have dropped below that threshold. Showers, as I said, moving into the northern portion of the county of Manatee County right now, and just a couple have popped up right along State Road 64 near I-75. So there are some showers still possible through this evening, but most of it is going to stay to our north. You can see not a lot of rainfall today. This is the estimates for the past 24 hours, and it's been rather spotty across the region. Well, here's the Futurecast showing not much going on. A few isolated showers through this evening, but not much. And then tomorrow morning, there'll be another round of possibility of some showers near the coast, but that'll be the last day of that morning shower activity as things start to change. We start to tap into some of this moisture and that southeasterly wind component, which will bring us those afternoon and evening thunderstorms along the coast in the latter half of the day. There'll be a couple of fronts making it down to North Florida, but not much chance of them reaching here, and that really won't disrupt that flow either. As far as temperatures go, currently that's the big story. It's 89 in Sarasota, and it's 87 in Cortez. The Gulf water temperature the same. Arcadia at 91, but the heat index all right around 100 degrees, even a little higher than that into Highlands County at this point. The wind flow staying out of the west, southwest through tonight and through Friday, but then it changes around a little bit. You start to see that on Punta Gorda on Friday in the morning coming out of the southeast there, and that'll be the same for us on Saturday morning. 89 degrees and the humidity at 72%. We have a southwest wind at 13. Temperatures still hot over the southern plains, cooler though over the Great Lakes and the upper Mississippi Valley. It's 88 in the nation's capital right now. As far as highs go tomorrow, it'll be a bit warmer there in Washington, 82 in Kansas City, but Dallas remains hot at 100 degrees. The forecast for boaters checks in like this. We'll have southwest winds a bit brisk in the morning, 15 knots, and then seas running right around 2 feet, and a moderate chop out there on the waters. As far as the forecast goes for the next 7 days, we are anticipating a good chance for scattered showers and storms beginning Saturday in the afternoon and evening, and that stays with us right through Thursday. High temperatures will warm right around seasonal averages at 90 degrees and lows into the mid to upper 70s. It's back, the app. Go to your app store and download it, the First Alert Weather app, and you will get all the latest information that you'll need to protect you and your family through the stormy season, as well as hurricanes and tropical systems. And With El Nino expected to develop, we will be seeing some rough weather over the winter months here too, it looks like, a return to that. And so that would also help you in getting through those storms as well.
Well, Bob, summers out west mean lots of sun, and unfortunately, especially this year, wildfire season. More than 17,000 firefighters and support personnel are battling blazes across the western U.S. The latest wildfire is called the Cranston Fire. It started yesterday in Southern California, and already thousands in San Bernardino County have been ordered to evacuate. Police have arrested several people who they believe are responsible for starting that fire.
It seems we've been talking about this for the last month and a half now, all these fires. And near Yosemite, the Ferguson fire has torched more than 41,000 acres. One California fire worker was killed battling the blaze earlier this month. The growing fire forced several areas within Yosemite National Park to close yesterday.
Well, a much different scene on the East Coast now, with unrelenting rain and severe flooding. Take a look at this video from flooding across Pennsylvania, leading to several rescues. Evacuations became necessary for some residents, and officials still looking for one woman who was swept away while crossing a rain-swollen creek.
Yeah, and the storm system that brought them the rain is the same one that brought us the rain over the southeast United States. It's moved up there now. And in Hershey Park, Pennsylvania, an amusement park shutting down for the third day after many rides were swamped. Sinkholes are now opening up across the state because of the extensive rain pounding that state, and more rain expected through this evening.
Boy, we should get some of that out west. Yeah. All right, Bob, thank you. Coming up on ABC 7 News at 4, scientists make a major discovery on the planet Mars, why it's fueling the possibility of finding life there.
I'm Stephanie Roberts. Coming up Friday morning at 9 on Suncoast View, West Coast Black Theater Troupe brings us a musical performance from their latest hit show, Rockin' Down Fairy Tale Lane. It's perfect for the whole family. Plus, we're going to learn to make custom jewelry, and we'll preview this weekend's Mystic Fair. That's all coming up Friday morning at 9.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Good morning, I'm Stephanie Webb. The Baltimore Orioles are hosting the latest installment of their series of youth baseball clinics in Sarasota. We'll tell you more about how you can get involved. That's tomorrow on Good Morning Suncoast. Josh?
And our Friday looks to be rather quiet as far as the radar is concerned, and then things start to change as we get into the weekend. We'll have all the details coming up tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
My name is Blake. I received a heart transplant when I was 2 weeks old. I play defense for the Red Hot Tornadoes. Sometimes my heart starts pounding like faster and faster as I go. I know I have someone else's heart inside me. It makes me feel happy because someone was generous enough to give me a second chance to live.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Don't allow your weight to threaten your health or control your future. Excess weight or obesity can cause emotional and physical health risks. But you can take control. The Your Weight Matters campaign offers free resources and tips to help you measure and understand your weight. Take the Your Weight Matters Challenge. The free toolkit prepares you to speak with a healthcare provider about your weight. Your weight does matter. Take the challenge and take control today.
My life motto is keep moving. And as hard as it was when my husband passed away, I knew I had to keep doing what I love. Oops, coming. But I needed help with my insurance, and that's what the NAIC provides. They have resources to help you and your family make the best decision, and they'll help you to keep moving forward, just like me.
A decade of war has taken an unprecedented toll on our men and women in uniform.
Hundreds of thousands of our veterans are suffering from the trauma of war.
At Justice for Vets, we believe that every veteran should have the opportunity for treatment and restoration.
Get involved and go to justiceforvets.org.
Help put treatment within reach of veterans in crisis.
Veterans fought for our freedom. Now it's our turn to fight for theirs.
I used to dread getting up and going to work.
I was done with the corporate grind.
I was tired of being a starving artist.
And I started looking around for a business that I believed in, and I kind of wanted to do something a little more green.
My SCORE mentor helped me take the first step.
He helped me create a business plan and helped me implement it.
They've really taught me how to think big.
SCORE helped me to make the unimaginable possible, all for free. I'm here because of SCORE.
I'm here because of SCORE.
Get your free business mentor at score.org.
A new study shows scientists have found evidence of liquid water beneath the surface of Mars. Readings from radar show the lake was about 12.5 miles across and nearly a mile below the planet's surface. Given its location, the lake would be below water's freezing point, but the presence of certain salts in the water could help it remain liquid. There have been small indications of water on Mars before, but researchers say this is the first evidence of stable bodies of water. NASA releasing a new animation showing all known asteroids in the solar system. It shows discoveries from 1999 through the beginning of this year. Near-Earth objects are asteroids or comets within about 30 million miles of Earth's orbit around the sun. There are more than 18,000 of them. NASA says each week they make an average of 40 new discoveries. We're just getting started here on ABC 7. Jacqueline is in the newsroom with a quick look at some of the stories we're working on. Jacqueline?
Scott, a hotel at the Venice airport has been in the works for months, but just yesterday plans fell through because of a disagreement. Coming up at 5, we'll hear why the developer pulled out of the project. And at 6 o'clock, a proposed constitutional amendment to ban greyhound racing on Florida dog tracks. And at 7, the debate over the controversial Stand Your Ground law continues. We'll hear how the Suncoast is reacting to this after that deadly shooting in Clearwater. Let's send it back to Bob for a look at our final forecast.
Been pretty quiet in the afternoon, Jacqueline. We haven't had many of those afternoon and evening storms that we're so familiar with during the summer months here. It's been fairly nice. Notice those clouds it's not that fast, but they are moving pretty quickly southwest. Winds have caused some problems with some caution being issued on the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. But for the time being, not too bad out there. And for your beach walk, it's looking pretty good. In fact, the sunset will be right around 8:22. We'll have southwest winds at 5 to 10. It'll be mostly fair. A few isolated showers are possible, and it looks as though we will see little chance for rain. The rain chance will be around 20% for a passing shower or two. 104, that's what it feels like right now out there. Southwest winds are at 13 miles an hour. Those will come down a little bit through the evening. The dew point is extremely high at 79, and your evening planner, it is going to stay warm. Now, this southwest wind is going to go away over the weekend. That means we're going to start to see these temperatures be more into the mid to upper 70s by 11 o'clock in the evening, as opposed to the low 80s. So that'll be nice. So that begins over the weekend. More on that coming up at 5. Scott?
Okay, Bob, thanks so much. And thank you for joining us in ABC 7 News at 4. We invite you back for ABC 7 News at 5. Hope to see you then, everyone.